Now from SRV Studios, Mr. Craig Thatcher.
I go to work every day from 9 to 5. Ain't making much money, but I'm staying alive. I don't know what this is all leading to. I sit around all day and just dream about you. Oh, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. The other day I was dreaming when the boss man came. He saw me hide some paper where I'd written your name. He looked at me and said, time to get some work done. It'll soon be 5 o'clock and you can have your fun. Oh, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. Well, every time you're near me, my heart's on fire. Ain't no drug that could get me high. If you let me love you like I wanna do, we could be so happy, just me and you. Quit today. Oh, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. Oh, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. You off my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to Schuylkill River Valley for Sidetrack Sunday #1 for 2024. It's good to see everybody. Let's see who we have here tonight. Got a bunch of people in already. Let's see. Kyle was in first, followed shortly behind by JD, Grandpa Rails. Dwight from the Curly Express is here. Good to see you, Dwight. So is Sean McGee from the Pennywise and Miser. Good to see you, Sean. John Nuffles here. Good to see you, John. Glad you could make it. Tennessee River Union Railroad. Glad you could make it, sir. And Mr. Ray Burleson. He's been looking for some 3D printed mice. If they're HO scale, Ray, they're going to be pretty small. Let's see. Derail Darrell's here. Good to see you, Darrell. So is GRE 2057. Glad you can make it. Let's see. And Sparky 107. Good to see you, Sparky. Okay, who else? Dave from the Carolina Foothill Railroads. Glad you can make it, Dave. And Delmarva Rail Fan. Glad you can make it. It's good to see you. Trackside Mike. Good to see you, sir. Okay, who else do we have? Oh, of course, Stephen from Wigwag Workshop. Good to see you, Stephen. Rusty from the Possum Bayou. Good to see you, Rusty. Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Good to see you. And Ray Boble. Always good to see you, Ray. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Dave from DB Tech. And Mike from Deep Run Railroad. Good to see you, Mike. And Joe Rader. Glad you could make it, Joe. And Santa Fe Bob. Of course, Santa Fe Bob's here. Good to see you, Bob. All right. Well, and there's Ken Amos. Glad you could make it, Ken. So I appreciate everybody stopping in. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and New Year's. And here we are in 2024. It's hard to believe. There's Ian from the Lehigh River Subdivision. Glad you can make it, Ian. While I'm thinking of it, before I forget, there's Tammy and Ray from the Mom and Son Train Rail Fans. Good to see you, folks. I did get your card. Tammy, it came a little bit late, but I will explain that in just a second. While I'm thinking about it, on Sunday, January 28th, over on Ray Boble's channel, will be our 200th STS. Kind of hard to believe that you folks have stuck around with us for 200 Sidetrack Sundays. But we really appreciate it, and be sure to stop by and give Ray a hard time, a bigger hard time than usual, of course. All right, so let me start off here with a couple of mail calls, Christmas mail calls. The first one is from Tammy and Ray. It got to me a little bit late, Tammy. I did get it, but I had to rather suddenly and unexpectedly move my office. Apparently, the owner of the building was several $1 million in arrears, and the mortgage holder finally got their belly full of it and foreclosed. So we rather suddenly had to move, and as you can imagine, that kind of confused the post office a little bit. But they finally did get it to me, so thank you. And Kyle says, depending on how Friday goes, he may either be in a new house or moving back to West Virginia. Crazy start to 2024. Well, Kyle, however it works out, I hope the best for you. Let's see, we've got, would it be less than 200 episodes if we weren't sidetracked? Probably, Kyle. Let's see, and Edward from Happy Valley Hobby is here. Good to see you, Edward. So anyhow, I got a really cool card from Tammy and Ray. And before I get to what's in the card, I had to show you this. This is, let me hope you can see here. This is how Tammy addressed the envelope to me. That was my old office address. But I love the in care of. with my SRV logo. That's really cool, Tammy. And it confirmed a suspicion I had about you, Tammy, that you're half nuts. No offense, Tammy. I just called it as I see it. There's Heath from Humanity Junction. Good to see you, Heath. And John Benicki. Good to see you, John. Anyhow, inside the really cool envelope and with the card is an autism puzzle piece, which is really cool. Tammy and Ray, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to paint this up and hang it prominently in my train room. All right, and I also got another mail call here. Where did I put it? Oh, right next to me. On Derail Darrell's Christmas live stream, I won one of the prizes. So let's open it up and see what we got. If I can do this without cutting myself. Yeah, I know, cut to your chum, not to your thumb, but I'm a slow learner sometimes. Let's see. Shredded paper, yes. I should have expected that, Darrell. You get paper shredded pretty finely, Darrell. That's pretty cool. I have a paper shredder, of course, but it's nowhere near as fine as yours. There's Steve 87th. Peace slap. Good to see you, Steve. Let's see here. All right. I think that's everybody. And I managed to do that without getting the paper shreds all over my office. Oh, definitely, Sparky. I will be putting this to good use, believe me. Get this out of the way. Yep. Almost got it all. Just a little bit of a mess. Ray was busy over the holidays and didn't make any live shows. That's a shame, Ray. So what I got here are some Trinity covered hoppers from BNSF. I got 4 of them. Wow, that's pretty cool, Darrell. Let me get one of these open here. These are Athearn Genesis. Really nice cars here. Not that I like the way Athearn packs them. Oh, I guess it helps if you tear the tape. There's probably some more tape. Yeah, it makes it a little easier, doesn't it? All right. Okay. Well, Delmarva, Ray will be back. I mean, Ray hasn't gone away. He's definitely done his live streams, except for the Christmas show, of course. Christmas Eve show, I meant. But yeah, definitely stop in and give him a hard time on the 28th. Wow, these are nice cars, Darrell. I don't know how well this is going to show up. The catwalks are all etched aluminum, I guess. They're see-through, separately applied. The details are really nice. Check out the, get a little bit closer here, the B-end, brake wheel and ladder. Really, really nice hoppers. These are awesome, Darrell. Thank you so much, man. Can't wait to see these guys running on the layout. Dan's Model Railroading Journey. Good to see you, man. Hope you had a great holiday. And let's see here. And Tim D, glad you can make it. Good to see you, man. All right, let me get this back in here. I'm not going to open up all of them since they're all the same, just different road numbers. But they are really awesome cars. Darrell, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. They're definitely going to be very fun to run. Yeah, Darrell, JD, they certainly would go with a BNSF loco you ran. Maybe you're going to have to find your way out here to Pennsylvania sometime and bring your loco with you. All right, thanks again, Darrell. This is awesome. Let me find a place to put these so I don't break them. Thanks, John B. If you believe Heath, every day is my birthday. Now, if I started getting birthday presents every day, then I wouldn't be cursing Heath quite so much. Probably not. I'd find another excuse. All right, so back to the diner. So tonight I'm going to be planting some Arbor Vitae trees. For anyone who's not familiar, there's John Train BFGR. Good to see you, John. For anyone who might not be familiar with Arbor Vitae, this is American Arbor Vitae. It's an evergreen tree. As you can see, it grows very dense and all the way to the ground. You're always welcome, JD. They're often planted as ornamental trees or view blocks or windbreaks. When I lived in Sweetland, the house right next to ours, towards the back half of the yard was a row of Arbor Vitae, and it does a great job as a wind block and view block. You can't see anything through them. They don't really have needles as such, like you would think of an evergreen tree. The needle is flat, much thicker than a leaf, but kind of broad, which just really lends to the view block and windbreak. And yes, a lot of people use them as privacy fences, and they work really great. And they grow very compactly. I've seen them described as pyramidal, pyramid shaped, which I don't really agree with. They're more like if you think of the Washington Monument. But they do grow. They're native to North America. They grow through most of the country, except for the very deep south. And I know they grow up into Canada. I'm not sure how far they grow up in Canada. They're like a juniper tree. Okay. Can't say I've ever actually seen a juniper tree, but I'll take your word for it, right? But here's the close-up of a little bit better. You can see the needles a bit. Like I said, they're broad and thick, kind of like a cedar tree. Sort of. they grow very compactly though. They're not very big around. Yeah, they work great. They work great between houses. Like I said, we had them between our house and the house next to ours, and they really do the job well. So I was thinking for the hey, there's Anthony from the Georgia Sunbelt. Good to see you, Anthony. No, Rusty, I don't know that you could. I don't know that they would grow down your way. They grow, like I said, through probably 80% of the country they grow, but the very deep south, your way, southern Florida, Southern California, and Texas, you guys don't get these. But they're really nice trees. They're pretty fast growing trees, and they grow like typically from like maybe 8 feet to up to about 20 feet. Yep, Mike. Rabbits love to hide in them. So do squirrels. Hide the ugly neighbors. There you go, Joe. Even better than a wind block. So I figured for the diner, since the diner's going to have a dumpster out back, and Dwayne being the very conscientious neighbor that he is, he would have planted some Arbor Vitae to hide the dumpster from view and hopefully some of the smells. Rick Bailey, good to see you, Rick. Glad you could make it in. So these are Arbor Vitae that I scratch built. They're really, really simple trees to make. I'll have a short video out later this week on how I made them. But I made I think about 10 of them or so in about 10 or 15 minutes. They're really quick to make. You don't really have to worry about a trunk. I used a toothpick. I did spray paint it black, not black, very dark brown. But that's just because I was being pedantic. You're never going to see it. It was about, all right. Dan had one that was about 2.5 stories tall. That's pretty tall. I don't think I've ever seen one quite that tall. So let me put you folks on hold for just a second while I reset the camera and get the diorama up here, and we'll plant some trees. Okay, we're back, and John B has some that are over 40 feet tall. Wow, I definitely never saw any quite that tall. And yeah, I don't know who mentioned it now, but somebody said we talk about trees and Rick shows up. So here are the Arbor Vitae that I made. Like I said, I made whatever they're here. There's 8 of them here that really took about 10 minutes or less to make. Corey, how are you? All this is some, like I said, I used toothpicks for the trunk, and I had a bag of Woodland Scenics lichen hanging around. So I just trimmed some pieces to about the right size and shape, and with a little bit of tacky glue, and kind of worked the toothpick up into the lichen, and then just some ground turf. Thank you, Stormy Sky. I'm real happy with and Rick Bailey, Kyle Stevens. I appreciate it, guys. Ian, I was real happy with the way they came out. I was hoping they would come out pretty decent. Thanks, Darrell, John B. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, JD. So, come back here. Who shows up if we talk about Rita? Well, we talk about Rita more on Rick's show. So anyhow, let's see what we got here. Okay, so here's the front of the diner. It'll be facing that way. The back kitchen door comes out on this side. So the dumpster is going to sit right in about here. This is a 3D printed dumpster. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. You may have seen these on Jason's channel. He was in somebody's chat quite some time ago and was talking about not being able to find 1940 style dumpsters. So I chatted with him, and he sent me a few pictures, and they were actually pretty easy to design. So I modeled these in Tinkercad, and printed some out for Jason, and I printed a couple out for myself. Thanks, Edward. Let's see. They should be up around your way. They do grow up that way, Edward. Anyhow, that's where the dumpster is going to be. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one with both of the doors open. Probably not. I have another version with one door open, and then a version with both doors closed. But that's going to sit there. So I'm going to have some Arbor Vitae along this side. There will be on the layout itself. There will be a road that runs down here. So I'm going to have some Arbor Vitae back here just to as a view block for the for the dumpster. Yeah, you know what, Sparky? I'd be happy to. And I'll send you the bill. And there will also be a line of Arbor Vitae across the back, but that's actually going to get planted into the layout, not the diorama. So I'm not going to worry about them tonight. So let me get a little bit of glue here. Let's see. Going to Mrs. making Arbor Vitae trees, huh? Well, you know what? It would be a simple business. They're quick to make. I'm just going to put these in with a little bit of super glue. Joe Rader's got about 150 trees on his layout, needs 20 more. My layout's a lot smaller than yours, Joe, but I think I'm going to need a lot more than 150 trees. Actually, Steve, Derail Darrell sent me quite a bit of packing material tonight. So now let's just get. Yeah, I know. I saw you got quite a bit of packing peanuts there, Sparky. Thomas Grassy, he 3D printed dumpsters, modern style dumpsters. Have a fire one with flickering lights. That's pretty cool. Let me hold this in place. John B's going to be taking down his Christmas tree. Yeah, it's probably about time, John. I didn't even bother setting one up, so I'm not complaining. J-Rock does stuff. Good to see you. Glad you could make it in. All right, come on. Stick in there. I'm wondering if maybe super glue is not going to be the best option here. Or I didn't poke the hole far enough. Oh, there we go. Now it went in there. There we go. All right, we'll take another one here. Good. That was a bag of peanuts for sent you, Sparky. Stand up there. Well, I thought about Aileen's, Steve, and I actually have a bottle right next to me here. I was just going for the super glue for a quicker setup. There we go. Oh, J-Rock went to the Colorado Railroad Museum. That's very cool, man. Give me some more glue here. Let's see. Corey says if I sheared off the toothpick and squared off the ends, you can make a U-bush. Not really sure what a U-bush is. Where did my trunk go there? There you go. Come back here. Where did you go? You go there. I did pre-drill the holes for these. Before I started tonight, so I guess I cheated a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that I had them in the right spot. YouTube just told you that the show was on, huh? Oh, let's see, they're only 28 minutes late, so I guess that's not too bad for YouTube. Come on, get back in there. Last one. Let's get this guy back in there. Yeah, timber. You're right, Edward. Yeah, Dave, you know what? I should have brought the 1, 2, 3 blocks up. They're downstairs. All right, there we go. Now that's all I'm going to put in as far as the trees go tonight. There you go, my little row of Arbor Vitae. Now I'm going to finish off the rest of the dirt here with just some ground turf. Yes, actually, I knew that, Corey, and it's a trick I've used on a number of occasions. Works pretty well. Not sure where I first picked that up. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Now I'm just going to put in a little bit of ground. Rick fell down. Yeah, I guess Rick was drinking. I'm just going to put in a little bit of ground turf here. When this gets set on the layout, it'll get some static grass, but I just wanted to get rid of all this dirt. Let's see, what do I have here? I'll start with some blended green. But mostly some burnt grass. Being right next to the parking lot here, probably wouldn't be the healthiest grass. And I'm going to leave some dirt showing. And let's see. So there we have the diorama to date. When the grass grows, when the grass dries a little bit better. And I'll also be filling in some grass and some static grass along this part of the where the dirt is. But again, that'll be done when it gets placed on the layout. So the next step and what I'll be doing next month is actually placing the diner in place. I have most of the diner complete. I just need to add one more light, the light to the roof, and then that can get set in place. He was looking for pine nuts. You know what? Under Arbor Vitae, I don't think he's going to find very many pine nuts. Yes, Dwight. I actually have it all recorded. I have a video that'll be out probably later this week. It'll be a short one because, like I said, it doesn't take long. A minute or two per tree. So yeah, there'll definitely be a video coming out about that. So the next step actually is to plant the diner itself and build a little fence here to block the front of the dumpster with a gate, of course, so that the trashman can come and empty it. And then it's just going to be a few details to add, and this diorama should be finished. So I'm thinking 2 more parts. So this is the 5th part. So I should be done by about 7 parts. Not quite as many as the drawbridge diorama. But it's coming along. And then it'll get placed onto the layout, and the scenery will be done, to fill it in there. Unfortunately, I won't be doing that live. Where this is going in the layout is there's just no way that I'd be able to stream it. You would just be looking at my back all the time. So shorter than the bridge, absolutely shorter than the bridge, and actually, Ray, less time than the dam. Even though Sparky accused me of taking about as much time as the dam. Yep, you missed it, Heath. I did mention at the beginning that Ray's stream on the 28th will be our 200th Sidetrack Sunday. All right, let me put you folks back on hold for a second, and I'll get the camera back up. Okay, we're back. So, really, that's about all I had for tonight. I kind of, once again, I kind of figured it was going to take me longer than it did. Should have planned a little bit more. There's Robert from Darby Rail Services. Good to see you, Robert. Glad you could make it in. Yeah, I really don't think I had anything else to talk about tonight. Let's see, I did the box openings. We talked about Ray's 200th Sidetrack. Well, not Ray's 200th Sidetrack Sunday. The 200th Sidetrack Sunday on Ray's channel. The unboxings, and yeah, that was about it. Chat amongst us. That's... All right. You know what, Joe? I think you're right. I do. As I listen to myself, I do seem to be talking a little too fast. I gotta work on that one. All right, Ken. Well, I'll tell you what. As soon as you're notified, let me know, and I can start over. So, folks, like I said, that's all I had for tonight. I'm kind of at a loss as to what else to say. Not really just a small talker. Yeah, Heath can definitely stretch it out a little bit. Let's see. This one tonight is the 197th. Nissy will have the 198th, Rick 199, and Ray 200, which is actually kind of fitting since Ray had the first Sidetrack Sunday. He should get the 200th. Sure thing, Robert. Like I said, these couldn't be simpler to make, and they come out really, really good. I mean, looking at these in person, they're very, very, very reminiscent of the real tree. I think I'm real happy with the way they came out. They came out better than I was expecting them to. So yeah, like I said, I'll have a video out later this week, and I'm gonna call it a night, since from here on out I'll probably just be babbling, and I've done enough of that already. So thanks everybody. Really appreciate you stopping in tonight, and like I said in the beginning, really appreciate you guys hanging out with us for almost 200 Sidetrack Sundays. That's kind of surprising to me. It feels like probably about 1,000 of them. No, I'm kidding. It actually they went very quick. So thank you all. I will see you. Yeah, somebody might want to take note of that. That could end up as a question. So, Joe, thank you. Everybody, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting us for almost 200 shows. We all appreciate it. It's a really cool thing. Corey, Thomas, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Stormy Sky, appreciate you. Randy's Rock and Roll Railroad. Glad you could make it. I'm sorry, I'm just shutting it down. Mike, Trackside Mike, good to see you. Glad you could stop in, and you have a good evening, sir. So everybody have a great week. Tomorrow night, let's see, I'm not sure who it is. I'm not sure if it's James or Mike. Thinking Mike, Trackside Mike. I could be wrong. There's Dave from the Crooked River and Eastern. Sorry, buddy, but I'm just about to shut it down, man. But I do appreciate you stopping in. So I think, like I said, I think it is Trackside Mike for On Track Monday, or Off Track Monday, whatever that is. On Track Tuesday should be, I think it's Tony this week, which will be cool. Hopefully Tony's up to it. And not sure who's on Cab Crew Wednesday. Now that schedule got a little bit changed, but I'll see you folks at some streams during the week. And Dave at Crooked River and Eastern for the Morning Brew, of course. So everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next week on Nissy Show. Thanks a lot for stopping in.